Sweet gingerbread made with molasses. My heart skipped and I reacted. Can't believe that this is happening, like a present sent from God. Sleigh bells singing hallelujah, stars are shining on us too. I wanna thank you, baby. You make it feel like Christmas.
Hey everyone, it's EpicOwlidays here, and welcome back to 25 Days of DIY. First of all, I need to put this in because this is hilarious. Thank you so much, Epic Parkour Man. And today we're making peppermint bark, so let's get into it. So the first thing that you're going to need is some dark chocolate or milk chocolate chips and also some white chocolate chips. These will distinguish the layers between the peppermint bark, or you could just do chocolate or just white chocolate. And then I'm going to pour out that into some bowls, and I'm doing the same amount in each, but you also need a little bit more chocolate in that because that's going to be your bottom layer. Sorry guys, also cannot talk today, but I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Okay, comment down below if you guys are like, what the heck? It is New Year's Eve. Not New Year's. Oh my gosh. No, it is Christmas Eve. How is that even possible? Seriously though. So once you do that, then you're going to just add a little bit of vegetable oil, and this is totally optional, but this will just make it a little bit like, what's the word? It's a little bit like, not runnier, but it just makes it a little bit easier to kind of work with. And then I'm just going to mix that around, and I added a little bit more white chocolate because there was too much oil in it, to make sure that you just cover up most of it so that it isn't all oily and gross. I'm using 2 different spoons. Then I'm just going to microwave it, or you could use a double boiler, but I'm microwaving it I did it for 2 minutes with stopping after 1 minute, because after 1 minute, I just stirred it, and then I did it for another minute. Yeah. And then I'm going to take a peppermint, and I tried using a rolling pin. That didn't work, but I'm putting it in a plastic bag, and then I'm going to use like this mallet meat thingamabobber. Yeah, that pretty much worked because it just kind of smashed it up, but make sure that you put like a cutting board under it so that you don't like break everything. Yeah, so then that worked pretty well, but I did need a little bit more at the end, but depending on how much you're making depends on like how much peppermint that you need. Yeah. For this next step, you're just going to need a spatula, and then you're going to just take your chocolate out of the microwave and making sure that it's all nice and smooth. You may need to do less or more depending on how much chocolate you used, but 2 minutes was enough for me. Then I'm going to pour my chocolate out on a piece of parchment paper that also has like a little rubbery like board thing underneath, and then I'm going to spread it all out. You need to make sure that it's really even so that you can tamper it correctly, and that means basically that it just snaps really good because you're just spreading it out into a thin layer. I watched that baking show. Yeah, now I know what that means, but you can go and impress your friends, be like, hey, this is called tampering chocolate or tempering something chocolate. Next, I am going to just wash off my spatula, and then I'm going to go onto the white chocolate and do the same thing by just adding a layer over, and it is so satisfying, guys. Literally, I poured it on and then I started like to just smooth it back and forth, but it made such pretty designs, and that was so satisfying. Like, I could do that forever. Like, do you see this though? Let's zoom in. Whoa, let's just take a moment to enjoy this right now. That is so amazing and so pretty. And then we're just going to add our peppermint on the top to just make like a little crusty layer of peppermint. And I actually needed more in the end, but depending on how much you make depends on how much you need. Then just pop it in the fridge for a while until it sets, and then you can just cut it up and enjoy. This is so easy. thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure that you give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe to join the #subscribeway, which is going just until tomorrow. And that means if you subscribe, I'll subscribe back to you and also give you guys some shout outs in my video. So hopefully you guys do that. There's only one day left, and Merry Christmas, guys.